Welcome back to She Could Talk the podcast. I'm your host, Gangalee. Hey. And that's Gangalee on all streaming platforms if you're trying to find the music. So, just look for the red glasses and you can go ahead and check me out, see if I can rap. Yo, speaking of rap, it is a sad week, I should say, in hip hop. The Notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Christopher Wallace, his mother, Voletta Wallace, who has passed away. She passed away yesterday. She was a woman, a strong, beautiful Jamaican woman who fought for justice for her son over his murder, which happened, I believe, in 96. And since then, she's been fighting to get justice and get answers. I remember there was a documentary where there was a detective that a former detective that she hired as a private investigator who was coming close and getting a lot of information, who randomly died. Do you guys remember that? He went to like a police station to share some of the evidence and information that he gathered in his investigation and drank a soda and died. Yeah, so I remember that. Look that up. Keep me honest, guys. Do y'all remember that? But yeah, long story short, rest in peace to Miss Voletta Wallace. She was a strong woman that was there fighting for justice for her only child. She ended up becoming and taking on, the music industry and ended up becoming an indelible mark or leaving an indelible mark on the industry. If you look her up right now and Google her name, it comes up as record producer because she was very prominent and very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm at a loss for words for her because she's such a beautiful, amazing soul. But she spearheaded, getting Biggie's albums produced after death posthumously, and working with Puffy on getting things together in order for her son, so his legacy would not be thrown to the wayside or lost. So she did do her thing to keep his legacy going. But in addition to that, she also fought for the justice until the end. So real quick, I just want to, do a couple of reactions. This first one is going to be recent. It's as of yesterday. It's only 22 hours ago, and it is highlighting Voletta Wallace's passing and the news of her passing. So I wanted to react to this.
Notorious B.I.G.'s mom, Voletta Wallace, has died at the age of 72. Voletta passed away on February 21st at home in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, according to the Monroe County coroner, per TMZ, who also confirmed Biggie's mom died of natural causes after spending her final days in hospice care.
Happiness to me. Look at her.
School teacher Voletta made her own name in the hip-hop community, raising Biggie, whose real name is Christopher Wallace, as a single mother in Brooklyn, after his father walked out on the family in 1974. Biggie was murdered in a drive-by shooting on March 9th, 1997, after leaving a Soul Train Awards after-party. After her only child's death, Voletta spent the last 28 years fighting for justice for her son's murder and overseeing his estate, which is reportedly worth $160 million. In the 2009 movie about Biggie titled Notorious, she was portrayed by Angela Bassett and served as producer on the film. In 2020, Voletta celebrated her son's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, telling Billboard at the time, quote, "Today, I'm feeling great. As a mother, I'm extremely proud of his accomplishments. I still see such a young man at a young age, and sadly, he's not here to witness all this. But it's an astute honor, and as a mother, I'm just elated for that."
Beautiful woman. Rest in peace, Miss Wallace. Did you hear that? Like, she was executive producer on the movie. I forgot about that. Executive produced his albums, and I stand corrected. He passed in 97. Tupac passed in 96. And that's another reason I told you this before, especially when I review music and it's like, oh, East Coast, West Coast. I'm not into that. And I don't, because I lived through this, you know, and things that you kind of live through, especially in your youth, it kind of becomes a core memory in your adult life. And this is one of those, you know, we lived through it. I was in the clubs partying to the songs. I literally was standing next to Biggie in Virginia Beach in the club, you know what I'm saying? And he would always come down to perform. Like, we were in the trenches during this time, you know, and that was very hard. I remember the funeral in Brooklyn, and, you know, she was like, no, we're going to march him through the streets. And she like had him drive the hearse through his neighborhood, and they playing Biggie. It was beautiful, you know. But I also wanted to react to another thing, because, you know, as years went on, she felt that, you know, Puffy allegedly had stuff to do with Biggie's death. So that was never confirmed here nor there as far as I know, but I know that there is a guy named Keefe D that's incarcerated right now for, I don't know if it's Tupac, Biggie, but there's a whole lot swirling around that. Then we know Puffy's in jail. A lot is swirling around him. No one has mentioned Biggie death, you know, associated to Puffy that I can think of. Anyone, keep me honest, correct me down there if there is something out there. But I do remember when Puffy was caught up in all of this stuff last year with the Cassie expose and everything, they went ahead and reached out to Ms. Wallace and asked her opinions on it. And this is what she had to say about Puffy.
Notorious B.I.G.'s
during this
mom,
time.
Voletta Wallace, has some strong words for Sean Diddy Combs amid his legal troubles. The late rapper's mom reacts in a new Rolling Stone interview to the mounting allegations against her son's
happiness.
former collaborator, who recently apologized for physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie following the release of security footage from 2016. Voletta tells Rolling Stone, "I'm sick to my stomach," adding, "I'm praying for Cassie. I'm praying for his mother. I don't want to believe the things that I've heard, but I've seen the hotel video. I pray that he apologizes to her." She adds, "I hope that I see Sean one day, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylights out of him," adding, "And you can quote me on that, because I liked him. I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm so ashamed and embarrassed." It comes amid mounting legal troubles for the Bad Boy Records mogul. Most recently, the 54-year-old was sued by April Lamprose, a woman who alleges Diddy sexually assaulted her on 4 occasions, according to the claim obtained.
And I'm not going to make this about Diddy.
By NBC.
I'm not going to make this about Diddy. I really just wanted to highlight that, you know, they did ask her, and she was like, that's the type of woman she was. Like, she's not going to be like, oh, because Puffy, you know, helped my son, you know, become who he was, I'm not going to see past that. You know, I do remember when this all started unfolding, and she said that, and that kind of went viral, and it was like, wow, you know, Biggie's mom, for her to say that, you know, something else there, right? So no, she didn't really, like I said, like I don't ever recall her insinuating or implying that, you know, Puffy had anything to do with Biggie's death, but it was something there on the back end. It was something definitely there in the later years, in my opinion. Y'all keep me honest, what y'all think. But once again, I'm gonna keep this short. I just really wanted to like pay my respects, send my condolences out there to the Wallace family. I know that, you know, she is survived by her grandchildren, Biggie's son and daughter, and plenty of sisters and brothers and cousins and everyone else out there, you know. So to the entire Wallace family, I send my condolences to you during this time, and nothing but love and strength to you all. And yeah, one thing that I will say that is, you know, heartfelt for me is she's reunited with her son. And I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's one of the biggest things that we should focus on there, is that she's finally reunited with her son, you know. So once again, and you know, it was a sad day in hip hop, because I feel like Miss Wallace was great as far as like, she just was like, she was a school teacher, and she stepped out of her comfort zone to carry on her son's legacy, a legacy and in an industry that she knew nothing about. You know, she wasn't familiar with her son. I remember she said at one point in time that when he passed away, and she saw all the, you know, the greatness and all the support and all the people that were mourning him, that she said, you know, I gotta listen to his music. And she sat down and she said, because she wanted to know her son herself, and she listened to his music, you know. And then from there, she made her decision to fight for justice, fight for, you know, justice in his murder, and then also keeping his legacy alive. That was her only child, so I think she did a great job with both. Now she can rest. So, once again, sending my love, my condolences, my prayers up to the entire Wallace family and friends, anyone associated with them that is mourning during this time, because I think we all are. We all love Biggie, and then we all know and come to love his mom because she was on the forefront and she kept his name out there, and she kept his image, and she kept his legacy in the forefront, and let you know, hey, he is hip hop. So once again, shout out to Miss Wallace, greatness, rest in peace. And I'm gonna keep this one simple, not too much more to say about it. I just wanted to come up here and like give my condolences, like many others, and once again, anything I do up here, if you like it, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do up here, tell a friend. It don't hurt either way. And from my lips to your ears, I love you. And you got to go out there and love yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? So go spread that love. And then once you spread that love, come back and give me some love, all right? Until next time, y'all, it's your girl, Gongali. She Could Talk the podcast, and we're out. Peace. They talk about it. They talk about it.